Today we are going to continue chapter 4, and in this video we are going to explain frequency distribution. Frequency is how often something occurs. For example, Sam played football on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Thursday afternoon. The frequency was 2 times he played football on Saturday, and 1 time on Thursday, and 3 times for the whole week. Frequency distribution. By counting frequencies, we can make frequency distribution table. Example, goals. Sam's team has scored the following numbers of goals in recent games. For example, in the first day, he got 2 goals. Third day, he got 3 goals. Third day, he got 1 goal, and so on. Sam put the numbers in order, then added up. How often one goal occur? 2 times. Look, 1, 2. How often he got 2 goals? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, and wrote them down as a frequency distribution table like this one. This table: scores, 1 goal; frequency, 2 times; two scores, how many frequency, 5 times; and 3 goals or scores, how frequency, 4; and 4 goals, how frequency, 2 times; and 5 goals, how many frequency, 1 time. From the table we can see interesting things such as getting 2 goals happen most often. Look here, it's happened 5 times compared to other goals, and only once did they get 5 goals, and he get 5 goals just in one times. Here is another example. Newspapers. These are the numbers of newspapers sold at the local shop over the last 10 days. In the first day, they sold 22 newspapers. The second day, they sold 20 newspapers, and so on. Let's us count how many of each number there is. Paper sold, 18, frequency 2. Look, 1, 2. 19, because we put in the order. 19, there's no 19, so the frequency 0. 20 newspapers, 4 times, 4 frequency. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. It is also possible to group the values. Here they are grouped in five paper sold between 15 to 19, frequency 2. However, next slide we are going to explain how we grouped data. Draw the histogram for grouped frequency distribution. Grouped frequency distribution. We just saw how we can group frequencies. It is very useful when the scores have many different values. Example, leaves. Look, this is the leaves of the trees. Alex measured the length of leaves on the oak tree to the nearest centimeters. He measured the length of each these leaves. The first leaf, its length is 9. The second, 16 centimeters, and so on. Let's try to group them. But what group should we use? To get started, firstly we put these numbers in order. Then find the smallest value and the largest value in your data here, and calculate the range. We know the range is largest value minus smallest value. In order, the lengths are 1, 1, 1, 1, because it happens 3, 4, 4, because it appears 2 times, and so on. until 1818. The smallest value, the minimum value, is 1 centimeters. Look. The largest value, the maximum value, is 18 centimeters. Look. So the range is 18 minus 1. So the range is 17 centimeters. Now a group size. Now we calculate and approximate a group size by dividing the range by how many groups you would like. So how many groups you would like, you can decide by yourself. Then round the group size up to some simple value like 2 instead of 1.83 or 5 instead of 4.26. Example, let's us say we want about 5 groups. So divide the range by 5, 17 divide 5 equals 3.4. So then round up to 4. So we have 5 groups. Sorry, 4 groups. Start value. Pick a starting value that is less than or equal to the smallest value. Try to make it a multiple of the group size if you can. In our case, we start value of 0 makes the most sense. Groups. Now we calculate the list of groups. Starting at 0 and with group size of 4, we get 0, add 4, 4, add 4, 8, add 4, 12, add 4, 16. Write down the groups. Include the end value of each group that must be less than the next group. So 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. Here the end will be, here we write 3 because include the end value of each group that must be less than the next group. So here 3 because here 4, and here 4 to 7 less than, we start here 8, so it will be here 7, and so on. The last group goes to 19, which is greater than the largest value, because we have the largest value in our data is 18. That's okay. The main thing is that must include the largest value. Now tally the result to find frequencies and do a total. For example, between 0 to 3, the length with the frequency is 3, because 0 we count how many, 0, 1 or 2 or 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3, there is no 3. Between 4 to 7, so 4, 7, 5, 6, 7 is frequency 7. Why? Because here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between 8 to 11 length centimeters, we get 12. How? Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look, 12. Between 12 to 15, the frequency is 7. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Between 16 to 19 centimeters, we got 9. How? 1, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we sum the frequency here. When we sum these 3, 7, 12, 7, 9, we get 38, the total. And this is the histogram length of leaves. We put the first class here 0 to 3 in the horizontal, in the x-axis, and the y-axis we put the frequency. We put 0 and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So the first class here 0 to 3, the frequency is 3, so we make the rectangle the height equal to 3. Between 4 to 7, the frequency is 7, so we make the rectangular the height is 7. Look, and here, and we joined these rectangles, so in the histogram there is no gaps between the classes. And between 8 to 11, we see the frequency 8 to 11 is 12, so we make the rectangular, its height is 12, and so on. And we see this histogram. Now draw the bar chart for frequency distribution. A bar graph, also called bar chart, is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. Imagine you just did a survey of your friends to find which kind of movie they liked best. So this table title favorite type of movie: comedy 4, action 5, romance 6, drama 1, sci-fi 4. We can show that on a bar graph like this. So comedy we make in the horizontal, and the vertical is the frequency 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So comedy, how many people? 8, 4, sorry. Action, how many? 5. So we make rectangular, its height is 5. Romance 6. We make rectangular or bar like this one, 6, and so on. And we notice the difference between the bar chart and the histogram. There's no gap, but in the bar chart there's a gap. It is a really good way to show relative sizes. We can see which type of movie are most like. It's romance because it has high frequency, and the smallest, and the type of movie that people like it less is drama, because they have one people. Here is another example: a nice fruit. A survey of 145 people asked them which is the nice fruit. Fruit: apple, orange, banana, kiwi fruit, blueberry, grapes. People who like apple 35, orange 30, banana 10, kiwi fruit 25, blueberry 40, grapes 5. Here is the bar chart. So we make in the horizontal the type of fruit: apple, orange, banana, kiwi fruit, blueberry, grapes, and the vertical we put the number of people: 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So apple, how many? We make a bar or rectangular. Here the height is 35 people. Here look, until 35. Orange is 30. Look here. Banana is 10. Here 10. Kiwi fruit 25. So will be here 25. Blueberry is 30. Blueberry 40. Here. Grapes 5 will be here. That group of people think blueberry are the nice. Look, because it has how a lot of people like blueberry. Here is also another example: student grades. In a recent test, this many students got these grades: grades A, B, C, D. A 4 people students, B 12 students, C 10 students, D 2 students. Here and here is the bar graph. So we make in the horizontal the grade A, B, C, D. So, and here the vertical is number of students: 0, 5, 10, 15. So the grade A, how many people? 4. So I make rectangular or bar until before 5. And grade B 12. So make here 10, 11, 12, and like this. And for C, how many people? 10. Exactly here 10. For D, 2 students. Here 1, 2. Look, and I make bar or rectangular and close it. Look, there's gaps in the bar chart. There's gaps between bars, but in histogram there's no gaps between the classes. Now we explain how to draw the pie chart for frequency distribution. Pie chart is a special chart that uses pie slices to show relative sizes of data. Imagine you survey your friends to find the kind of movie they like best. So you can show the data by the pie chart like this one. So comedy 20%, Action 25%, romance 30%, drama 5%, sci-fi 20%. Now, how to make them yours by yourself? Firstly, you put your data into a table like above, then add up all the values to get the total. Here, the total 20. How we get 20? 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4, we get 20. Next, divide each value by the total and multiply by 20 to get the percent. For example, here 4 people they like comedy, we divide by 20 and we times by 100, we get 20%. Action, there are 5 people, so we divide 5 by the total and multiply by 100%, we get 25%, and so on, and the total will be get 100%. Now, to figure out how many degrees for each pie chart, so a full circle has 360 degrees, so we do this by next calculation. So a full circle has 360 degrees, so we do this calculation by this table. Comedy, so we get 4 divide 20 times 30 360 degrees, so we get 72 degrees. Look here, 360 degrees. So for action, we how many people? 5, divide the total and we multiply by 360 degrees, we get 90 degrees. For romance, how many people? 6, divide the total times 360 degrees, we get 108 degrees. For drama, we get one students or people, divide total 20 times 360 degrees, we get 18 degrees. And for sci-fi, we get 72 degrees. Now you are ready to start drawing. Draw circle, then use your protractor to measure degree of each sector. Here I show the first sector, so we put here at the 0, here the protractor, and we measure by clockwise. Here 72, here look, this is 70 and here 72, and we put 72 here at 20%, and so on. For 90, we put here and then count here where is 20 and 90, sorry, 90 here, and so on. Finish up by coloring each sector and give it a label like comedy for people 20%, and don't forget to make a title. Here is for student grades, we do, and you can do by yourself. And here is the pie chart for student grades. For for grade A, about 14.3% of people. For B, grade B, about 42.2% of students. And here C, grade C, 35.7% of people. And for D, 7.1% of students they got grade D. At this point we finish this video, and next time we are going to start about factorial and other topics. Thank you for listening and see you in next video.